What's up, people? Welcome back to Football Insights, where we talk about football-related issues concerning transfers, player profile, and other football matters. So, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Please do well to subscribe for me. We are moving. We are moving 220 something subscribers. So we are moving. Probably maybe by the end of the year, we must be at let's say around 400 subscribers. So gradually we are moving. So please subscribe for me. Click on the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. Like this video, make sure you comment down below. Whatever you think, just comment down below. So make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms too. On IG, it is football_insights. On TikTok, it is footy or football_insight1 on TikTok. And then on X, it is footy_insights. All the links are in the description. Make sure you go and click on the link, go and check it out. Follow us on all our social media platforms. So, of course, this is Champions League review for the Wednesday games because, mind you, the Tuesday review is out already. You can go and check it out. I will place the link up here. So, go and check it out. So, this is the Wednesday review. So, some of the matches that happen in the Wednesday, a lot happened. I have a whole lot of things to say. But I will make it short for you guys. So, quickly, let's get straight into the video. So, of course, we will start with Atletico Madrid versus Feyenoord. Some people call it Feyenoord. I don't know how they pronounce it, but Feyenoord, Atletico Madrid versus Feyenoord. And then the game ended 3-2 against Feyenoord. Mind you, Feyenoord scored the first goal. So, I was like, yo, Atletico Madrid, not again, bro. Not again. But, Atletico Madrid, I don't know how they are doing it this particular season, but looks like Morata is scoring. Morata is on form. Morata is firing. Griezmann is also firing. But in this game, Feyenoord were stubborn. Right? Honestly, I didn't expect Feyenoord to be this tough against Atletico Madrid or a game between Atletico Madrid and Feyenoord. I didn't expect Feyenoord to be tough, but Feyenoord were really tough. It took last minute, yes, 80 something minute goal by Morata to win the game. A team like Atletico Madrid. So it means that Feyenoord are tough. They are a tougher side to play against. So clinical Morata came in play. Outstanding performance by Morata. Morata has been performing great this particular season. He's someone that I won't call him very, 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 very good on the ball, but he's clinical. Morata is very, very, very clinical, especially this season. So Morata is performing really well. Scored 2 goals, and then the goal by Griezmann, bro. That was a top goal. Of course, Griezmann, and then what a back kick by Griezmann. That was a top goal. A back kick, brilliant back kick from Griezmann. And then in football, sometimes you would have to stay in where you are comfortable. That is Griezmann. Griezmann performed really, really well in the year of let's say 2015 to 2017, thereabout. And then he thought that yes, I have killed it in Atletico Madrid. So let me move to another level. And then he moved to Barcelona. It didn't work out. He came back to Atletico Madrid, and then he's firing. So sometimes you would have to stay in your comfort zone. Do what you do best in your comfort zone. In terms of football, I am not saying you are in a job market or you are in an industry and then you want to stay in your comfort zone and do like this. That you are not going to make it. But in football, sometimes you would have to stay in your comfort zone. You don't know the move you will do, and then some of the bad things it will bring it to you. One example is Hazard. If Hazard had stayed in Chelsea, trust me, Hazard would have been playing football, brilliant football by now. But Hazard is a free agent now. So Griezmann performed really, 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 really well. And then Atletico Madrid has a monster spirit. They have the monster spirit. This season they are performing really, really well. And then massive shout outs to their wing backs, Molina and then Samuel Lino. These guys are creating the chances for the attackers, Griezmann and then Morata, to also score. So they are doing well. I have heard that Atletico Madrid are going to extend Diego Simeone's contract. I don't know how true is that, but let's see. So quickly let's move to AC Milan versus Dortmund. AC Milan drew against BVB Dortmund. In this game, they scored my bet though, but I am not going to focus more on the betting aspect, So let's move in a game. What happened? What actually happened in the game? AC Milan has to be very careful. It's about time. AC Milan has to be very, 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 very careful because the group that they are operating in and then what they are doing, it is not going to help them. Honestly, it is not really going to help them. They have to be very, 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 very careful. And then in this game, Leao was the man of the match, though. And then AC Milan has been very, very, very disappointed in the 2 games in the Champions League. They have been very, 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 very disappointed. They have not scored the goal. They played 0-0 against Newcastle, 0-0 against Dortmund. And then, if I am not mistaken, their next match is going to be against PSG. And then PSG has also lost. So they are coming with all the guns blazing. So AC Milan should be very, 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 very careful. I tipped them to qualify for this particular group. But then I don't know what is happening. But AC Milan has been very disappointing in their first 2 games. No goal. And then even in this game, Mike Mignon saved them on different occasions. Their goalkeeper is performing really well. Mike Mignon saved them. If had it not been Mike Mignon, the Benzema would have scored a brilliant goal. Mike Mignon saved them. So AC Milan misused a whole lot of chances. They misused it. They were not clinical up front. Samuel Chukwueze had some silver platter goal. I call it silver platter goal. The goal was on a silver platter for him. He flopped it. So AC Milan are not performing, and then Dortmund. I don't take Dortmund to qualify for this group. If they will go somewhere, it would have been probably the Europa League. So they will be stirred and then relegated to the Europa League. But looking at the performance of Newcastle, this group is going tougher and tougher and tougher. So AC Milan drew 0-0 against BVB Dortmund. Of course, the AC Milan are very, very, very disappointing. I didn't expect this performance by AC Milan, but they are growing disappointing. Gradually, they are being disappointed. No goal in the Champions League. So let's move to the big game. I call it the big game. People didn't see it as the big game, but it was the game of the week. It was the game of the week because I watched this game really, really, really well, and then a lot happened. A lot happened in this game. And then what am I seeing? 4-1 against PSG. Newcastle won PSG by 4-1. Tough. Goal scored by Dambe, Miguel Almiron, Longstaff, and then the PSG goal was scored by Lucas Hernandez, and then Fabian Schär scored the last minute goal, and then that was a brilliant goal by Fabian Schär. So in this game, the first thing we have to talk about is the first mistake by Enrique. Luis Enrique, man, you are my man, but you are doing certain mistakes that is causing you. I think he underrated Newcastle. That is what I think. He underrated Newcastle. First mistake by Luis Enrique to play all his attacking options in the starting lineup. He played Gonzalo Ramos or Goncalo Ramos, Kolo Muani, Dembele, and then Mbappe. 4 attackers in the game. And then in this game, Dembele was operating as one of the midfielders. He played 4-3-3. So Dembele was operating as one of the midfielders. And then to some extent, he was the number 10. He was operating as the number 10 role. But in the game, we saw that Mbappe was operating as a number 10. And then sometimes they change into a 4-4-2 system, and then Mbappe and then Gonzalo Ramos, or sometimes Mbappe and then Kolo Muani was operating as 2 strikers. That is not going to help Mbappe. You are not going to get the good or the some of the attacking firepower from Mbappe when you are playing him as a striker. Play him as the left winger. Let him stay up there. That is where he do his job. That is where he does his job better. So playing all the 4 attacking options by PSG was the first mistake by Luis Enrique. The only attacking option that could come in and change the game for PSG was Bradley Barcola on the bench. On a normal day, Kolo Muani or Gonzalo Ramos should have been, one of them should have been on bench. So when they are coming, Bradley Barcola and then let's say Kolo Muani or Gonzalo Ramos are coming. You know, they are coming to change something. But in this situation, no. So it worried them a little bit. It worried them, and then when you tell Dembele to stay in the middle, best believe he's not going to stay in the middle because Dembele is an attacker. He's an attack. He has an attacking mind, so he's never going to stay in the middle. So it left two midfielders in the middle for PSG. Now they are small boy Emery and then Manuel Ugarte, and then people are bashing Manuel Ugarte. It is not him. He didn't have the defensive cover. He didn't have the cover. He is made to be the defensive midfielder, but he has to get the cover. But he didn't get the cover. Because that Emery guy is also an attacking minded. So you move forward, and then it would have been left with only Manuel Ugarte as against Bruno Gomares, and then some of the midfielders in Sandro Tonelli, and then he's not going to keep up. So PSG was weak on the bench. As I said earlier, they were weak on the bench. JD Norima and then his defense let PSG down. When you look at the first goal by Miguel Almiron, that was a mistake by Marquinhos. And then Marquinhos, what are you doing, man? You are an experienced player. You don't have to do that. So that is what happened. Great press by Newcastle. Newcastle did well. That was the cause of the first goal was as a result of a great press by Newcastle. And then there was a strike by this guy, Alexander Isak, and then Miguel Almiron. What a top goal by Miguel Almiron. The atmosphere in the St. James Park made it very, very, very difficult for PSG. So and then Damben, massive shout out to Damben. That was a top goal by Damben, a brilliant power header by Damben. And then the funny aspect of this is that going into this game, the son of Kylian Trippier's son asked him to get him Mbappe's kit, and then this is what happened after the game. The kid has the kit of Mbappe, and then he's wearing it. PSG got pasted, and then people are bashing Luis Enrique. It is normal when you are pasted, or when you get pasted, people bash you. So that is what happened in the brilliant performance by Newcastle. So let's move to Manchester City. Manchester City won by 3-1 against RB Leipzig. In this game, the goal scored by Loris Openda, top goal by Loris Openda, brilliant perseverance by Loris Openda, and then Manuel Akanji, the permanent man. What were you doing, man? You allowed Openda to score this particular goal. So Openda did well. That was a great one, and then a true ball by Yusuf Paulsen. So Openda scored a very, very, very brilliant goal. The three goals of Manchester City were scored by Phil Foden, Julian Alvarez, and then Jeremy Doku. The Doku changed the game. Doku brought some different vibe in the game. He was, he made one assist and then he scored the last goal. So Doku changed the game. Doku is doing well for Manchester City. He is really doing well. Pep Guardiola is not someone who likes or who fancy black guys or black players. But Doku is changing the narrative. Doku is playing well. Whenever he comes on or whenever he starts, Doku, top performance by Doku. So Julian Alvarez, that was a great goal by Julian Alvarez. Great goal. As usual, I said Julian Alvarez. My start about Julian Alvarez. He's a very top baller. He's a very top player. Julian Alvarez was a very he performed really, really well in this particular game. And then one thing you have to talk about is Haaland. As usual, Haaland was, I don't know, he missed a lot of chances. And then Haaland, I don't know how to call it. I don't know whether it is defenders, getting the remedy for Haaland, the sickness called Haaland or something. That is how I see it. He is struggling. Even though he has scored a lot of goals this season, but he is still struggling though. So Barcelona also won by 1-0 against FC Porto. Difficult game between Porto and then Barcelona in Estadio de Dragão. That was that stadium. That stadium is a top stadium. So 1-0. Ferran Torres scored the goal. A brilliant pass by Ike Gundogan. He was the man of the match though. Ike Gundogan, brilliant pass. And then the boom. They call him the shark. Some people call him the boom. But he scored a brilliant goal. Whenever he comes off bench, he performed. Robert Lewandowski is injured though. So going into this game, of course, it is an advantage for Barcelona because right after this week there's going to be an international break. So it is expected that Lewandowski is going to be out for about a month, and then we are going for an international break, if I am not mistaken, 2 weeks. So it is going to help Barcelona to some extent, but he will miss the Clasico though. So first thing we have to talk about is the defense of Barcelona. No? Top defense. You know, Jules Koundé, Ronaldo Araujo, Cancelo, Balde, top level defensive cover. And then, you know, of course, their goalkeeper is also a top goalkeeper, is a world class goalkeeper, but their defense, had it not been the defense of Barcelona, they would have been conceding about 3 goals in this particular game. So the defense was top. You know, Porto really drilled Barcelona. Porto really drilled Barcelona in this particular game. And then, of course, I don't know why Barca were getting a whole lot of yellow cards. Starting in the game, they got a whole lot of yellow cards, and that weakens them. Because when you get a yellow card early in the game, it weakens you. Because there are certain tackles you cannot go because you have a yellow card. A typical example is the red card of Gavi. And then that guy, I don't know, but whenever I speak, people, it turns out that people see it as, you know, hate to Gavi. I don't hate Gavi. How can I hate, you know, a young guy, a small boy like Gavi? I'm already older than Gavi. I cannot hate Gavi, but he has to, you know, learn. He is a central midfielder. You are not a defensive midfielder. You don't go for those silly tackles. Whenever he meets a top midfield, he struggles. So Gavi has to be very careful. He has to be really very careful. You know. And then I have a message for the Barcelona fans. You know, in the Porto had a penalty, and then Anthony Taylor went and watched the VAR, and then he was like, the ball hit the arm of the Porto player. And then you and I, if you are not a Barcelona fan, and then you watch this game very well, you know that the ball didn't hit the hand of the player. It hits the sleeve shoulder or the shoulder of the player. So he used the shoulder and then some part of his sleeves to control the ball. That wasn't a handball, but it was rather a handball as against João Cancelo. So Anthony Taylor took the decision, and then it was a handball against the Porto player. So they jubilated. The Barcelona fans won, and then they jubilated. And I have a message for them. When it happens against you, you would have to be very careful, quiet. Be very careful and be quiet. Zip your mouth when it happens against you. So that is the only message I have for the Barcelona fans. Shakhtar Donetsk also won by 3-2 against Royal Antwerp. Royal Antwerp scored an early goals, but Shakhtar Donetsk came back. And then that was a brilliant performance by Shakhtar Donetsk. Lazio also won by 2-1 against Celtic. And then Red Star Belgrade versus Young Boys, it was 2-2 draw. They drew the game by 2-2. And then Osman Bukhari, the speed man. Osman Bukhari scored a goal, second goal in the Champions League. He's really doing well in the Champions League. In the home grounds in Red Star Belgrade in Serbia, he scored a last-minute goal. And then, of course, Osman Bukhari is in his form of his life. He came in the fantasy, you know, team of the week though. So Osman Bukhari is also doing well. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. Make sure you press on the post notification bell so that anytime we upload, you'll be the first person to receive it. Like this video, share it to your friends. You know, don't just watch it. Subscribe and share it, bro. Subscribe and share it. So follow us on all our social media platforms, on IG, on TikTok, and then on X. The links are in the description, and then the graphics are flowing. Thank you so much for your time. Peace.